a.m. What's the date today?
December 19th.
December 19th. Oh my goodness. December 19th. And it is the last day of school before winter break for us. So I had to turn this on because the sky was so gorgeous this morning. And I'm sure that this view isn't doing it justice, but it's a beautiful morning. It's 35 degrees, and last night it rained. We went out to a concert last night, and it rained all the way home. It was lots of rain, like not just a little bit. And then this morning it is cold, so this is like the worst driving weather, although right now on the highway it is clear. So that's good. And the sun's coming up. So it's 35 degrees. So we had rain, and then ice was on my steps this morning. So yeah, my car was a little icy, but we're fine. So good morning. And last night we went to an amazing concert put on by, it was called Thayer Conservatory. They teach children instruments, so they had a full orchestra, they had a children's choir, and it was like classically done. It was very well put together, and they also had it in a beautiful, ornate old building, the City Hall of Leominster. And it Leominster, okay, so you spell it Leo, it looks like Leominster, and even the GPS says it wrong, but it's called Leominster. And there are some towns like that in Massachusetts that are spelled different than they sound. Like Worcester, it looks like Worcester or Worcester, but it's Worcester. Towns like that. My husband grew up in Reading, which looks like Reading, like in Monopoly, the Reading Railroad. He grew up in Reading. So we went to a beautiful Christmas concert last night. It was in the City Hall in Leominster, and they had also a good morning all. They had a festival of trees. So they had beautiful Christmas trees lined up all around the building. And when you go into the building, it was very ornate, very traditional. They had chairs set up for the audience, and then they also had balcony. So I'm going to do a little video. I took some pictures. I did not videotape the entire thing. It was really great. Today is December 19th, and it's 36 degrees. We've gone up 1 degree already. So that's really good. So, yeah, so I am headed to school on my last day, and I'm excited about Christmas break. And I don't know if we're going to get a white Christmas or not, because Christmas is coming, and we have had snow. We might get snow next week. It looks like rain some days and snow some days, so we'll see what happens. And so anyway, our concert last night consisted of lots of Christmas songs, classical music, and unfortunately I missed a couple of the first songs that my granddaughter was in, but I told a little story in one of my videos about the violin story, and it's kind of cool because I always, for some reason, when I was a kid, wanted to play the violin. Never did play it. When I got married, I told my husband, yeah, when I have kids, I want my kids to play the violin. And it turned out that his mother had a violin in her attic. And this violin was made by her uncle. So he actually made this violin himself for his own daughter. And she did take violin lessons and she did really well. So then he ended up buying her a newer violin that was not homemade. And he gave the handmade one to my mother-in-law, who was her cousin. And so she took violin, I guess, for a little while. She didn't really tell me how much she played the violin, but she gave me that violin. And I had that violin. We were married 3 years, then my daughter was born. So we had been married 6 years before I said, I want my daughter to play the violin. It turned out we had someone at our church that was going to teach the violin, but we couldn't use the big one. So we had to rent smaller violins for a 3-year-old. So my oldest daughter started violin when she was 3. And when she got old enough, we did fix up that violin and she was able to use it for a period of time until she got a really nice one for herself. And that violin has been used by all of my daughters, 1, 2, 3, and my 4th daughter. But then my oldest daughter is the one who kind of took charge of it. And now she has a daughter, and her daughter plays the violin. So last night we were able to see her play in her Christmas concert with her fiddle group. So violin can be played classical or it can be used as a fiddle. And so she was doing some fiddle last night with the Christmas music. So it was gorgeous, and I'm hoping to make a little video with some little snapshots of the night. It was a great night, and it was a little over an hour from my house, so it was a little bit of a drive. And going through southern New Hampshire is a little bit of the traffic. There was a lot of traffic last night. Where I live, there's not a lot of traffic, but certain parts of New Hampshire, it can be trafficy. So we were a couple minutes late, but it was a gorgeous night. It was definitely worth the effort. It was beautiful. And they sang, they did some classical music. They did some traditional hymns, and at the end we all sang together of 3 different Christmas songs. So that was really cool. We sang Silent Night, the first Noel. It was really pretty, and the kids just loved singing. You know, sometimes when you go to a school program and it's everybody in the school, some kids like to sing, some kids don't. But when you go to something like that, you enjoy it, and everybody is in the choir because they like it and they show it. It shows. And there were 3 women that kind of were running it, and they did such a nice job. So that was my night last night. It was a great Christmas event, and today is headed to school, and it is pajama day at school. So I homeschooled for many years, and we got up every day. We wore our, we had standards for our clothing because I had a lot of kids, and if we were going to go somewhere, I wanted to be ready. I didn't want to have to say, oh, we're going to go somewhere and it's going to take an hour for everybody to get dressed. So we would get ready and we would be in the living room at 8 a.m. and we would start our schoolwork and everything. And we didn't have pajama day, but now that I'm going to school, it's kind of funny how often we are rewarded and the kids are able to wear pajama day or have pajama day. So that's what today is. Today I am a teacher and I have work to do to finish up. So my students will be doing math class, and I'm not sure what they're going to do in their other classes today, but we do have a small school. It's kind of a family environment type of thing. So we do schoolwork. We also do fun things together. And we had treats from our principal this week. She came by the classrooms and gave all the teachers hot chocolate, or, yesterday we had crackers and cheese, and she just brings a cart by and serves all the teachers. That was really nice. So it's a really good environment, and I'm thankful for it. So I can go to school every day and I can have a good day. And I feel bad for a lot of teachers in our country right now that are suffering through their days, trying to make it through, having really hard experiences. And teaching just is not as fun as it used to be. So I'm glad that I can go somewhere where we can actually feel good about the day and have a good day. So that's where I'm headed today. And the sky is so beautiful. It's blue skies with a touch of clouds, and the sunshine is really pretty too. So it looks like a really good morning. So thank you all for coming to the channel, and I'm over 1,000 subscribers, which was my goal for Christmas. So Merry Christmas to me. And the next thing I have to work on is watch time. So I've got a lot of people that have graciously subscribed, but really the most important thing is to have watch time, and thinking about what type of information people will listen to more than 1 minute, because that's the average duration of a person watching a video. 1 minute or 2 minutes. I think if you get a person to watch 4 minutes, you're like going to be famous. So if you are seeing this, hey, watch more than 4 minutes just for the fun of it. And yeah, anyway, I hope you all have a great day, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.